everybody. I am at the fabulous Crow Farm. Woohoo! Green Acres is the place for me. This is the most fabulous place on all of Cape Cod and the most fabulous place in Sandwich. Oh my God, their peaches, their corn, their strawberries, even their zucchini bread is good. So I am going to have a great conversation today with the owner of Crow Farm. So come along, let's have another Cape conversation. I am so excited to be sitting with a third generation farmer, somebody after my own heart. I wish sometimes that our farm in Ohio hadn't been sold off tracts of land and was a farm today, although I can't imagine my husband, the artist, being a farmer. But needless to say, I am thrilled to be sitting here with Paul Kroll. Hi, Paul.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming.
Well, tell me all about yourself. You're a third generation Kroll.
Third generation farmer, yep.
Yep.
Family's been here since 1916.
Wow.
It's 104th year.
Yeah.
And I've been involved, I don't know, I guess I started working on the farm.
You were two?
5 or 6. As soon as I was old enough to, walk or do anything.
Right.
Sure, in the beginning it wasn't that effective, but
Now, was it always a farm?
it has been most of the property has. My family bought it in 1916.
So it was your grandfather who
My
bought
grandfather and his brother bought it
Uh-huh.
together after, or kind of right in the middle / during World War II.
Uh-huh.
I mean World War One.
it? And did they were they here for troop purposes?
No, they grew up in Dennis.
Yeah.
And went off to school.
So they were Cape Codders.
They were Cape Codders.
Your dad's a Cape Codder?
He is, yeah.
And you
my
are?
mother, yeah, the whole family.
The
is.
whole family is,
Yeah.
right?
And before that, it was a farm. It was kind of like a gentleman's farm, if you will.
Oh, I see. Yes.
The guy had cows and everything. It was a farm, but
Yeah.
he was wealthy.
He'd come to see how the boys are doing?
Pretty much, yeah. But he also put the old barn was, kind of tricked out for its day with
Yeah.
nice wainscoting and everything.
Oh my gosh.
And before that, I'm not sure if there was anybody in between him and this, but it was the town poor farm. It was
Really?
the almshouse. And it was that for 50, 75 years. I'm not exactly sure.
Right. So in other words, was there a home that people would live in and
There
they'd
was.
work on the farm?
Yeah, it was for indigent people
Yeah.
that couldn't pay the taxes, got ill or whatever.
Right.
And there was a the almshouse was out on the other side of Charles Street, which probably wasn't there then.
Yeah.
There was the old dirt road, the old county way,
Right.
which tied into Old County Road and everything.
Right.
There was a house back there, and I don't know if there must have been outbuildings and barns and stuff,
Right.
but I don't think any of those. Maybe the old original barn might have been a part of it.
Yeah.
And there's an old cemetery over next to my house with
Really?
just a little spit of land with, I believe, 16 or 20 graves, unmarked. Nobody knows exactly where they are. Nobody knows who was there.
Because it was the poor
Because
people's.
it was the poor people, and they probably put a wooden grave and
Right.
wooden stone, and that
Oh my
didn't hold
gosh.
up. But there is a few years ago they put at least a big stone marker that says Sandwich Almshouse Cemetery and the dates, and
Yeah.
don't remember exactly what the dates are.
Oh
but
my
in
gosh.
the 1800s anyway.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, so and maybe it was a farm before that too. I suspect it was, because that's all there was here was
Right.
farms.
Farmers.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And you don't do cranberries, right?
We don't. We did. My grandfather did. They had a bog over on the other side over by the service road.
Oh, really?
Thicket Run Road.
Oh, yeah.
And
Which is
you
now
used-
houses.
There's no houses. There's 4 or 5 houses there
Yeah.
now, but you used to be able to drive, but before the Mid-Cape was put in,
Right.
you could drive the tractor or whatever you're driving up through the woods to get to the bog. It was
Oh, my
relatively
gosh.
convenient.
Yeah.
When they put the highway in,
Sure.
pretty much cut it off, and
Sure.
it became too remote
Sure.
to for them to be worth doing, and so they got rid of that. 50s, late 50s. I don't really remember it.
Well,
so.
when did Crow Farm become Crow Farm?
In 1916.
In
When they bought
1916.
it. Yeah,
I
when they
see.
started it.
But they didn't do a, Crow Farm stand.
There
did
wasn't
they?
a stand until the early 30s.
Oh, this has been here that long?
The stand, well, not this particular building,
Yeah.
but a building very similar to it. The building is still downtown up behind Marshland. It's the little office for the gas station now.
That was the original?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
they
gosh,
moved
did
it
you
down the
move it?
road.
Isn't it funny how
Yeah,
back then they would
wouldn't throw
move
anything
everything
away.
anyway?
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
only in the 60s. I can remember that.
Oh my
But,
gosh.
but they started in the beginning they started growing crops and they'd, truck them or probably put them on the train and bring them to Boston and sell them in the big market up there.
Yeah.
And it just, during the Depression, it became, they were too small. It was just
Yeah.
too far away.
Right.
And with all the tourist trade,
Yeah.
they put up a stand.
So did they get tourists? Did we get tourists here in the 1930s?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Probably in the 1800s. I mean, it was
Sure.
different.
Well, I remember there was a train that went all the way to Provincetown at one point.
and it was a different clientele, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But there was always, road traffic
Is that
on,
right?
on 6A, and
Yeah.
it just became much more doable than selling wholesale like that.
Sure,
You
sure.
you get more for your product. You,
Yeah.
you have a little more control.
There's no
over it.
middleman.
There's no middleman.
Yeah.
And it was easier than going back in the day.
Sure.
Going to Boston was,
Yeah.
they'd have to take 3A. Yeah, it would take you even longer than it does now to get to Boston. If you can
I don't
imagine
know.
that. If you can imagine that.
Well, 50 miles back then was,
It was
a long way.
On,
yeah.
And on 3A, it
Yeah.
would take you 45 minutes to get to Plymouth.
Yeah,
today.
at least,
It's
yeah.
a long time.
And then you have to go through all those cities south. There was a
Yeah,
Brockton then. There was a
yeah.
Dorchester. There was a
Yeah, but they probably did. They probably
Yeah.
took the train. I
Yeah.
don't really know.
yeah.
And then, then it kind of segued into that. They had a very small dairy. They had a half a dozen
Yeah.
cows.
Yeah.
They had them up until World War II, and I think they always dabbled in chickens too. But when the Second World War came along, it was difficult getting help,
Sure.
and you need, dairy takes more
Yeah.
help than
And they didn't have
a
automatic
lot of
milkers
things. No,
back
they didn't have
then
anything.
there.
Yeah, they had two hands. You
Yeah,
know, and
because as I told you before we started, I grew up on a dairy farm. We had a system. I mean, that was in the 50s
Yeah.
and early
Yeah.
60s. I mean, and they'd been there since probably installed it in 52, 55.
Yeah.
And it was an automatic milking thing, and it went
Yeah.
right into the milk house. And,
yeah.
So
So they didn't have that back then, anything like that. So they got, even though they only had 6 cows, so they switched over to raising. They always had crops, corn, all that sort of thing, potatoes. They had apples back then, but the dairy to keep some sort of a animal presence on the farm, they switched over and did chickens, eggs, and also
Yeah.
chickens for fowl,
yeah,
for
eating.
to eat.
Yeah.
But they had, I don't know, quite a few, at least 1,000.
Chickens?
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
had a bunch
gosh.
of 'em.
They were like the mini Purdue of Sandwich, Mass.
It was a big deal, and they did a lot of. It was mostly for the eggs, but
Yeah.
um,
But I bet you they were free range chickens.
they were not.
They were
no,
not.
they were in the barns that they
They-
used to put the chickens in because.
Is that right? So they put them
they-
in chicken coops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were free range in the building.
Yeah.
But they never saw outside.
Oh, okay.
But they weren't. They weren't confined. They were.
Yeah.
It was a big barn, and they ran
Yeah.
around. And they all had their little
Nests.
nests
Yeah,
to
whatever
lay
they
their egg in
call
and
them.
stuff. And so, in addition to the regular crops, they did that too, and that was kind of like my grandfather's. He liked that. He liked
Yeah.
the poultry end of it and everything. My father not so much.
Yeah.
Me even less, because I was.
So
little.
consequently, there are no chickens
There are
here.
no chickens anymore. No, they.
You just don't like chickens.
A few, a few years after my grandfather passed away, and it became impractical at the time
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It just wasn't for what the feed cost. It wasn't worth it.
Right.
Interestingly enough, now it probably would be
Right.
to start.
That's why
it
chickens
again.
people have chickens.
People have chickens, and people like local eggs.
Yeah,
and
oh, they
they'll
sure
pay
do.
extra money for local eggs.
Well, you know the difference
But-
between a local egg and an egg you buy in a grocery store. You crack that egg in a pan from the grocery store, and it goes everywhere. You crack an egg,
Yeah.
the fresh egg,
Yeah,
and it just
there-
stays right
there's a
where it
difference.
is.
I mean,
Oh,
then
the
people will
taste
pay
is
more for them.
amazing.
But like
Yeah.
I said, I don't like raising eggs, so we don't.
That's good. That's good. You got to do what you like to do.
Yeah, but what we did when we kind of got rid of the chickens is Walter Morrison, who used to own what is now Scenic Roots,
Yeah.
was Sandwich Agway, and he knew my father well, and they did a lot of
Yeah.
business. And one year he was having trouble getting some seedlings, ornamentals,
Mm-hmm.
and Walter kind of challenged my father. Now that they had that extra space
Mm-hmm.
or time in their schedule, between that and we also used to grow greenhouse tomatoes in
Mm-hmm.
the one greenhouse we had. Well, Walter said, you know, grow me marigolds or whatever it was. I don't know, some kind
Yeah,
of an
some-
annual.
yeah.
I guarantee you, you'll be happy with it. If it doesn't work out, you know, I'll make up the
Yeah.
difference. But I guarantee you, you'll be happy growing, much happier growing
Right.
annuals than you are growing chickens and
Right.
eggs and,
Right, all
and
that other
tomatoes
stuff.
in a greenhouse.
Right.
And sure enough, he was right. And kind of for the next, this was back in the early 70s, for the next 20 years, we built a new greenhouse every year.
Wow.
It just kept getting bigger and bigger as far as the greenhouses go. So, once again, in addition to all the other crops, this was an early season crop.
Right.
You know, you'd get in there in March and be done by the middle of June,
Sure.
and it'd be like getting a whole new season
Right.
in
Right.
2 months, 3 months.
Right.
And it didn't really interfere with anything else we did time-wise.
Wow.
And so we built that up, and that kind of took off in a big way. And that's kind of plateaued. That whole the annuals, ornamentally stuff, it's plateaued.
Really?
It hasn't, like I say, we were literally building a greenhouse every year,
Right.
and now we haven't built.
So
a
do
new
you
one
grow
in a
your
while.
own annuals?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah, no, we
realize
do
that.
all
I
that.
assumed you bought them somewhere.
No, we grow
Oh,
them
see,
all
this
here.
is a good fact to know, people.
Yeah.
When you buy local here, you're buying local.
We do buy some of the plants we buy in started.
Yeah,
Some things take a really long time to grow from seeds,
sure.
or you grow them from cuttings,
Right.
and just like we'd have to start the greenhouses in January,
Yeah,
February, and
Right.
just would be impractical.
yeah,
So we do buy some of the things in started, and they call them plugs.
yeah.
They're just a teeny tiny little plant.
Wow,
and
I
we'll
did not
pack
realize
them out
that.
and grow them on.
How many greenhouses do you have?
15.
And where in the heck are they?
They're right behind you. I think you
Really?
can
They're
see
back
them.
in there?
Yeah.
Really?
You might be able to see them. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
Had no idea.
yeah, so we do that. That keeps us pretty busy from March. And we start growing them.
Are
in
they
March.
glass greenhouses or plastic? Or both?
None of them are glass. They're all this type of plastic now.
Yeah.
There was a time when we had some fiberglass
Yeah.
covered ones, and they were all right for a while, but
Yeah.
they get discolored and dark.
Which you can't have when you need sunshine.
No, you need sunshine. You can grow certain things in a
Yeah.
little bit of shade.
Yeah.
But everything is this type of the plastic. Some of them are double layered, and you inflate them in between for better insulation.
Mm-hmm.
We use that for the ones we start early. But you get better light with the single layer
Yeah,
ones.
of
So
course.
the later season ones,
Right.
they just things grow better.
Yeah.
But they're expensive. More
Yeah.
expensive
I see.
to run.
I see.
Um,
And you live on the farm,
yeah, I
You
live
live
right
here?
around the corner here.
and
Yeah.
and you have a son who's going to maybe someday take over
Yeah,
or be
yeah. My
close
son
to it.
Jason is
Wonderful.
To be,
Does he go to
he's gonna
school
work.
or is he graduating?
No, he's graduated. No, he's
Yeah.
he's 27 to
Oh,
28.
my gosh.
This
Oh my
fall.
gosh, Paul, you
Yeah,
have a
he's not a
27-year-old?
kid,
No way.
I have a 3-year-old grandson.
Oh my goodness. Would
Hunter,
never
who
have
would be
guessed. Is it
generation number 5? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
Did you go to ag school?
I did. I went to Stockbridge
Yeah.
School of Agriculture. It's
Yeah.
a part of UMass.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And Jason did for 1 year, but he wasn't really interested in
School.
school.
Yeah, I
so
gotcha.
He learned.
You learned well.
by
Sometimes
doing.
this is the
Yeah.
best way.
Yeah, it can be. But he did bring back some good ideas that
Yeah.
over the years, we've always grown apples.
Yeah.
And it just, but for the past at least 20 years, the pick your own apples has become very popular.
Oh, I know,
It was
yeah.
always one of those things that, we should do it, but it just seemed like we just never got around to it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when he started getting involved and we put in a new orchard up up on a hill up back, and they were all dwarf trees. They only get 8 feet tall.
So people could actually pick them.
So people can actually pick them themselves. And they're much more productive. It's really awesome.
And that was his
system.
idea.
Yeah, he. I mean, he had learned how to manage that system while he was at school, and I had kind of. I mean, when I was in school, it was like, science fiction to grow apples like that. They were doing it in Europe.
Yeah.
But even in the teachers back then in the early
Right.
80s, it was like, yeah, well, this is like, yeah, science fiction.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Middle, semi-dwarf is fine.
Yeah,
that's
but
all
never a
good.
dwarf apple tree.
But other people were doing it.
Yeah.
Because other people were very far-sighted and could
Right.
see, all right, this doesn't look foolish at all.
Right.
And
But
it's
you-
a really amazing way of growing apples.
So you just started the Pick Your Own Apples, didn't
We
you?
just started it. This orchard that I'm talking about is 7 years old.
So you have to wait till they mature.
Yeah, but it only takes 3 years. That's one of
Really?
the beautiful
Oh,
things
wow.
about this system is that we planted some trees last year. We'll be picking apples off them this year.
Wow.
Not a full commercial crop,
Right.
but there's apples on them.
Wow.
This orchard that we planted, the one I'm talking about, we didn't have any apples the first year. There's a few.
Yeah.
The second year, it was like a bumper crop. It was
Right.
like ridiculous, and I should have thinned them all off
Right.
because they wind up messing up the
Right.
structure of the tree. They
Right.
just,
Could you have had people come in and pick then?
yeah, but we weren't really set up
Yeah,
for
you
it.
were
It
ready,
was a
yeah.
whole.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
The problem was it bent the trees before they were even ripe.
Oh my gosh.
We're talking about 6-foot trees this big around with a bushel and a half of apples on them. I mean, they were just
Wow.
I way overcropped them, and so they kind of set them back a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's a learning curve.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the next year, we were like, yeah, let's. Felt bold. And
Yeah.
we
Let's
kind of
do
pulled
this.
the trigger on it and did a couple of small ones.
Yeah.
We didn't advertise it widely, and we realized that it was something that we definitely wanted to do.
Well, I don't know who's doing your Facebook posts, but that's how I learned about it. Was
Yeah.
through Facebook. And I will tell you right now, I love getting those Facebook posts about what's going on the farm.
It's Ann Wood is doing them right now.
Yeah.
And she's been doing them all season for me, and
Nice.
she's done a wonderful job with that. In the beginning, when we first started on Facebook, another girl that worked here, Allie Coughlin,
Yeah.
kind of got it started, and like, she made our web page.
Yeah.
She started our Facebook page and everything,
Right,
and then I
right.
kind of dabbled in it after Allie went off, and
Right.
she's up in Boston, working in Boston now, and I kind of dabbled in it, but it wasn't really my generational
Right.
thing.
Oh, sure it
Just
is.
not.
Come on
I did
now.
a couple of years ago. We were open in the winter, and
Yeah. And you did it then.
I did it then, but it was easy.
and I
because
loved it
was
when
like-
you were open in the winter.
Yeah, it was interesting. But it was like one of those things where it was pretty easy to handle because it was every week I'd say what
Yeah.
kind of soup I was making and
Right.
whether we were going to have salad greens.
I know, it was
pretty
fun.
easy. It was
Yeah.
fun. But now, I mean, Ann does something, not every day, but pretty
Yeah, pretty
regularly.
yeah.
There's something different every
Yeah,
day
yeah.
or at least every couple of,
Right. Right.
and she works outside on the farm too, so she's
yeah.
like right there.
Right.
If
So she
sees
sees
something cool,
Yeah.
she'll take a picture of it and
Right.
post something about it. Or like when they're planting the strawberries tomorrow, she'll be
Yeah.
up there and she'll take pictures of the
Yeah.
process. And,
Oh, wonderful.
so she's having somebody right there that's doing the work
is really
anyway.
kind of a
and
good
it's-
thing.
And plus, she's into that stuff too. And
Right.
she's really good at it. So it has been great having that. The social media is
Oh,
it's
sure.
amazing how much free advertising you can get on it.
Oh,
I mean,
of course,
it's
and that's
people-
exactly what it is.
But it's more than just like
well, you makes
an
you a part of.
ad because it's telling people are interested in what we're doing, what we're growing.
Well, people like to be a part of a community.
Yeah.
And this makes you a part of their community. They go, oh my gosh, did you
Yeah.
hear about the local farm?
Yeah.
So everybody should go on Facebook and like Crow Farm.
Yeah, it's cool. And then we do also use it for the pick your own apples. That's, I mean, I don't think I'll really put any other ads out
What
this
you
year
probably won't need to.
because only so much we can handle
Right.
as far as the business goes. Last year we did a pick your own, and it was kind of a short crop of apples last
Yeah.
year, and we only posted it on Facebook 2 days in advance, and
You were
sold out of apples.
Yeah.
Really, I'm sure before the day was over.
right.
I mean, it got pretty thin up there.
Do you know how far people drive to go pick apples?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
It seemed to be, and ours isn't the full circus atmosphere. It's pretty much a hayride and picking
Yeah.
apples. There's
Yeah.
no bouncy houses. There's no
Well, you don't want that
donuts.
anyway.
There's no.
Yeah. Well, you could do the donuts. You could work
We're
with,
thinking about that.
you could
Yeah.
work with, I don't know, somebody and have them bring in the
We were
donuts.
thinking about getting a donut machine and doing it. but
Doing it
that's a ways
yourselves,
down
there you
the
go,
road.
yeah.
It's a whole nother
And then
direction
cider.
to go. Yeah, we always had the cider anyway,
Right.
but it really
What you need is a food truck.
well, yeah, yeah, kind of. But then like the 2 years, not last year, but 2 years ago, we had a great crop of apples, and the
Yeah.
pick your own was really
Yeah.
good. We did
Yeah.
it 3 or 4 weekends, and once again, it was the Facebook posts only, and it brought us just the right amount of business.
Wow,
we were
that's
never
great.
Overwhelmed. We weren't really sure what we were getting into, so we were kind of scared
Yeah.
that 1,000 people were going to show up all at once.
Right.
And we only had 2 trailers to bring them up there. And
Right.
it was, there was a learning curve
Right.
for sure, but after doing it for a while, we kind of figured out how to pace it. And then people don't mind. It's a nice walk.
Yeah.
A lot of people might take the tractor up
Right.
and then walk back.
Right.
Or the other way around. If you've got a half bushel of apples in each arm, you might not want to walk down
Right.
the hill with it.
Right.
But,
Right.
it's
So you give them the bag. And
yeah,
you
they buy
pay.
the bag and then they go up and fill it.
Yeah, and then they come down and weigh it.
No,
No,
they
once
buy the bag.
They bought a
Fill
bag.
it up.
Got it.
You own it.
I
Don't care how many
love it.
apples you put in that bag.
Oh, that's great.
It only holds so much.
Right.
And so the Facebook has worked out really well. We also used it to advertise we're doing a CSA this year,
Yeah.
which
Is now what CSA stands for.
it stands for Community Supported Agriculture.
Excellent.
And it's a kind of a program where we basically sell a share pre-harvest, pretty much pre-plant
Right.
share of everything that we grow, and then every week the members come in and
Get their box.
And this is one of Ann Wood's ideas.
Yeah.
And she's run it all. I mean, I haven't, other than saying, yeah, okay, we'll have this week or whatever. She's done it all. And every week she'll put together a bag of whatever we have,
Wow.
and it's been well received. It's like, they pay in advance and they get
Right.
a-
How much
a
was it
premium.
for a season?
It was $500 for 17 weeks,
Wow.
and
Of fresh
fresh.
vegetables.
Yeah, it's all. Most of it was picked. Will be picked the day you get it.
Yeah.
And then you get more than, I think that breaks down to like $30 a week, and you get $40-45 a week worth of stuff. So you're getting
A lot for your money.
getting something back in return
Right.
for giving me your money early.
You're right. You're right.
And it worked out really well. We wanted to have 50 shares.
Right.
And we wound up pulling the plug at like 40 something.
Because you went,
Just
whoa.
because there was a whole bunch of applications out,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to have another 100 come in.
Right. That
you
you
know,
couldn't
so-
fill. Sure.
So we were happy with the 40, and it's worked out really well.
Right. Right.
The
Will you do it
first-
next year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Great.
The first couple of weeks, the first couple of weeks before we had strawberries, we gave plants. And at this time of year, you think July, you think it's summer, but it's not. We still haven't really started picking anything yet.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
week will be the first week that.
Well, like cucumbers and all that
we'll
other
have summer
stuff.
squash. We'll have beets.
Yeah.
We've always had lettuce. It was great when we had strawberries, but then the strawberries are done, and
Yeah.
so but we filled it in with.
You did pick your own strawberries
We
too.
did a couple. The strawberry crop wasn't that great this year.
Yeah. I only got to buy them twice
Yeah,
here. So
we did.
you were out.
We did do a pick your own strawberry once again, advertised on Facebook.
Right.
It's just like a last minute. We did a couple last year. Me and Jason was sitting there looking at the strawberries were great last year,
Yeah.
and we were sitting there looking at them. Wow, I don't want to pick all those strawberries. How about you? And so I went home at lunchtime Friday afternoon and made a Facebook post about
said-
pick your own strawberries,
right.
and
They were
we
all
didn't
picked.
have to pick the strawberries that day. It worked out really well.
That's great.
But the CSA was, and it's just, we've worked some other things in. One week, my wife makes pies and breads for the stand.
She's the one who makes
Yeah,
those.
Ellen.
Okay.
And so one week,
Her multiple berry pie. You tell her
Yeah.
crust. My mom
will.
was a pie baker, so
Yeah.
trust me, they are the best.
good to hear. So one week we put in a loaf of her zucchini bread,
Right.
which is delicious, but a lot of people get spooked out by the name.
I know, but
Zucchini.
it
They think it's
doesn't
gonna
taste like
a
zucchini.
squash.
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
We have a line of cheeses. You know, 1 week we put in some cheese. Or,
Now, you don't do your own
we
cheese?
don't do our own cheese, but we have a lot of really good local cheeses. We get a really nice blue cheese from Marion.
Right.
We have a mozzarella from Narragansett, Rhode Island.
Wow.
Several goat cheeses from Hubbardston. Cheddar cheese. I think that's from Rhode Island too. So yeah, it's just but we try to fill rather than giving people a bag full of heads of lettuce.
Yeah. So for
We still give
$500,
well,
well,
you
you
get
can.
$500 worth of lettuce. You do
Right
other
now,
things, too.
so what you do is you think about what would somebody want in this bag. They've paid
Yeah.
$500,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you want to give them a good bang for their buck.
Yeah.
And you want them to come back next year.
Yeah,
Want them to
it's
be
true.
first
Yeah.
in line.
And whatever we have, and like from now
That's
on,
great.
starting this week, I mean, it'll get to the point where we'll have so many things that we'll be leaving things out.
Yeah,
like,
you'll have to.
Okay, they got
Sure.
squash last week. We'll give them something else this
Right,
week. So
right.
there's so many things.
Sure.
But right now, and for the first few weeks, it's been, I think people have been happy with what they've gotten.
Oh, that's
But it
great.
hasn't just been produce.
I see.
But that's all right too, because it also gives them a little bit of an idea of what else we have. And like Jason started making pickles.
Oh, that's
We
great.
made pickles gave him pickles last week.
Wow.
And,
Do you have the pickles in here?
yes.
Oh,
yeah.
excellent.
So it's anything, especially anything new like that,
Right.
or something like zucchini bread that we're trying to get people to
To taste.
appreciate to
Yes.
have that.
Do they do little loaves or does she
No,
do
it's
the
a
full
full-size
loaf? The
loaf,
full
yeah.
size loaf.
And
Oh.
it worked. Yeah, so it's a good way to expose people to things they might not buy.
Yeah.
We have a few other regular crops like kohlrabi. Nobody knows what that is,
Right.
so they wouldn't buy it.
Right.
But if they get a bunch of it in their CSA, we'll give them a couple of recipes, a couple
There you
of
go.
ideas what to do with it.
So you put recipes in too?
Yeah, and she puts together a newsletter with the
Wow.
CSA members. And
That's
it'll be
nice.
like kind of telling them in advance what they're going to get, and if it's something weird like kohlrabi.
You've become a major retailer. Do you know that?
we have
you're a
other things.
farmer.
It's
I
nice to
know.
have other things.
Right.
The
Well, you're a
cheese goes
farmer,
with
but
produce.
it's
all kind of wraps up
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
So we'll have recipes or ideas for things that they don't know what to do with. And after a while, if you get zucchini squash 2 or 3 times and you're tired of steamed zucchini, well, I have other ways of cooking it.
Right,
There's other
right.
ways of using, even like things like corn or tomatoes that you
right.
never really.
No, your corn is the
different
best
ways of
corn
using it.
ever. You know that, right?
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once or twice,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
I mean, we wait for your corn. It's like, and we will have your corn and nothing else for dinner because it is so
yeah, we
delicious.
hear that a lot. And we did in the past few years, because our corn tends to be a little bit late
Yeah.
because of the weather on the Cape.
Right.
In the spring, it's not always nice.
Right.
People want corn.
Yeah.
So lately, we've been getting it early in the season from a guy over in Rochester or another
Right.
guy up in Situate.
Right.
that
But you always
does
are
it.
honest, though, and
Oh
always
yeah,
say
we
that.
don't.
If it's not
we
grown
don't
here,
tell
you
them
say
that
it.
it's ours if it's not, because
Right.
I think people can kind of tell.
Well, you can't
There
tell.
is a difference. Those guys'
Now,
corn
why is it
good.
your corn is sweeter, though? Why is it so much better? The little
I
kernels.
think it's the varieties I grow.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I'm not a wholesale grower, I can grow varieties that don't ship well.
I see.
Even though the other varieties that they grow aren't like supermarket corn by any means.
Right.
The ones that I grow only have to travel a quarter of a mile.
Much different. Right.
So it's just a little more delicate. And they might not be the highest yielding varieties either.
However, I have to ask a question. There are women in supermarkets who strip the corn down,
Yeah.
which is the worst thing you can do to corn because it dries it out.
Yeah, you're better off.
Just
We
just
do
look at you
peek
take
in
the
tip
lid,
just
right,
to make sure there isn't a worm in there.
right,
Or when we're picking it, we'll
Yeah.
open some once in a while just to make sure it's right.
right.
But yeah, the less you do to it until you're going to eat it, the better you'll be, for sure.
I spent a summer when I was in high school detasseling corn
Corn, yeah.
for a popcorn grower,
Yep.
and that was the hottest, dirtiest
Yeah.
work.
hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely is,
Actually, I
yeah.
don't think I did it the entire summer. I think I lasted about 4
Yeah.
weeks, and
I've heard
my
that-
dad said that was enough.
I know other people that have done that. And
Yeah.
said that sometimes, like for seed companies, they'll do the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, you
That
have to
they need
detest
to
them.
cross-pollinate with
Right,
something else.
right.
Chop the tassels
Crazy.
out. But it's not to be inside of a huge cornfield,
Isn't
or even one the size of mine, is
Yeah.
there's no wind.
no,
It's-
there's
it's
nothing.
itchy.
It's just hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
And back then you weren't worried about ticks as you are now.
No,
so.
they probably weren't either. But
Yeah. Well, that's
it seems
true.
to be a new phenomenon.
I
don't
guess.
know
I think there were
where
ticks.
they-
I just
yeah,
think
but
we
just
paid
the
attention.
dog ticks, which
Yeah.
were no big deal.
Yeah.
Um,
Now we have all these special
yeah, these
ticks.
special ones.
So you were open one winter, and then that was it. Will you ever do that again? I'm hoping, but
I don't know.
too much work for the
It
money.
was a great idea, but it wound up being more work than we expected.
And you, I mean,
I need
obviously
a
you're in
break.
this for the you're
It came down to I needed a break.
right, and you're in this for the business. You're not.
Yeah,
in the,
but
I
the
mean, you
business was
love
good.
it.
The business would have supported it.
Oh, would
And
okay.
it would've-
Because I tried to be here 2-3 times a week
Yeah,
buying
I
something.
think it would have supported me, Eleanor, Jason being down here, but
Yeah.
I don't think it would have supported hiring someone. To
Yeah,
be down
I see.
here. And it comes to the point where, 10 months of working 50
Yeah.
odd hours
So,
a week or
yeah.
more
Right,
is one thing, but
right.
then it wound up being great. So for those 2 months, I was only working 40 hours a week. Yeah.
Just doing
It
regular
kinda lowered
retailing.
out. It was more than we thought it would be.
Yeah, sure, sure.
I might think about opening a little bit sooner.
Yeah,
Opening for April
yeah,
with the stuff that we were growing in the greenhouse.
yeah.
The spinach and the greens, the kale.
Right, the kale.
They
Oh,
did
your
really
kale.
great,
You had
yeah.
kale almost all that
We
time
pretty
during
much
the
had it
winter.
whole
Yeah,
time.
it
I
was
mean,
great.
I was saving some of it for the kale soup.
Yeah,
But it did really well in the spinach. It was
it was really good.
really good. And
Yeah.
it really likes to be grown in a greenhouse. It
Oh,
was-
it does? Oh, wow.
It did amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
We picked a lot of spinach out of that greenhouse.
Could you replant it
You
then?
didn't have to.
It just kept coming.
You cut it. You just cut the big leaves.
Yeah, and then it
And
just
then
come.
leave the growing point.
Yeah.
And it just kept growing. And it got
It's too
to the
bad
point-
lettuce doesn't work that way.
Well, it does. Sort of.
Oh, sort of.
We
Well, you
also
pick the
had
leaves, but
the mesclun mix.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The mixed greens of
Yep,
it was
yep.
all a bunch of lettuces and different types of brassicas, and you just cut the leaves when they're little. It kept growing,
wow.
and that was something that doesn't really grow well in the winter, but
Right.
come around end of February,
You can plant and
all of a sudden it was growing faster than we could cut it.
wow.
It was just in the same with the spinach. I mean, we sold a ton of spinach through the winter, but towards the end of February, early March, I mean, we couldn't cut it fast enough. It was like knee deep
Wow.
and continuing to grow.
I
And
think
then it went to seed.
there
It
could be
got
a
too
horror
hot.
movie on that spinach
Yeah,
that took over
it was,
Grove
it was-
Farm.
It was interesting how well it
Yeah.
grew. And then last year we still planted it and tried it, and it didn't do that well.
Yeah.
It was different variety, and I think that was part
Yeah.
of
So you'll go back to the old
it.
variety?
I couldn't get that seed. It was so hot in the fall
Oh, I see.
last year that it
Yeah.
doesn't like the hot. It doesn't sprout in the heat. So we tried to plant it and it didn't sprout. And then you're looking at the middle of September.
Yeah.
Seed companies are pretty much done with
Right.
that year's crop, and so we planted something else, and it didn't really work.
So, speaking of climate change,
Mm-hmm.
you think there is?
I don't think you can argue that it's warmer.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot. Natural
Has it-
man-made.
Has it affected what you do? The way we haven't had a hurricane, knock on wood somewhere,
Yeah.
since what,
But it's like,
1991?
I don't know.
90, 91?
That's what climate change brings us. Bring it on.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm
true
not a
because
fan of hurricanes.
no, but we've had-
It isn't what
but
climate change brings, and it's just we've just been lucky.
the storm the other day though, I've lived here 37 years. I have seen lots of rain on Cape Cod.
Yeah.
I've never seen deluge of rain like that in
It
an
rained
hour.
hard. I mean, I don't know if that's global warming. I don't know if it's climate change, or if it's just we usually don't get
A
those
phenomenon. I
we
know.
don't usually get those thunderstorms. They usually stay
Yeah.
on the other side of the canal.
Yeah.
And we don't get anything.
Yeah. Did
But
it
I can-
hurt anything here?
Not really, no, because
Yeah.
it was dry enough. I had just started irrigating,
Oh yeah.
so
You didn't have to.
I did. I had irrigated some stuff, got the pump
Yeah.
going, got the big traveling irrigator
Yeah.
out, and then I was like, should I keep doing this? It might shower, it might not. And I went and did something else that I needed to do before it rained.
And then it
I made the
just-
wise choice, but I
yeah.
was just lucky. It was
But nothing floated away.
no,
'Cause
the
it was-
road got washed out a little bit.
Yeah.
But actually, everything liked it. It was a nice
Yeah.
last shot of moisture for the apple trees.
You're right.
Last year, by now, we'd already irrigated the apple trees twice.
Wow.
And I'd never irrigated apple trees in my life.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
these
yeah,
little
because we were in a
trees-
drought.
Yeah, the little trees aren't that sturdy.
Yeah.
They're a weak tree, and they need to be treated like more
Specially.
like a crop than
Yeah.
like an apple tree.
Right.
So they need a little more care. But as far as, I don't know whether that thunderstorm was caused by climate change. I can remember storms like that
Yeah.
every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can remember watching a big dark cloud come in off the bay. One
Yeah.
day we were up there working in the back field.
And you
it was
went,
like me and one of
"Whoa."
The guys we were working with are going, yikes. You know,
We better get out of
thunder and
here.
Stuff and but usually those storms just go right up the canal and go
Right.
out to sea. And I was
Right.
like, "We're
This
not
won't
gonna
get
rain
anything."
on it. This is just going to go out to sea.
So
And
can
like
you
15
forecast
minutes
our
later, we
winter?
got pounded.
Can you? No,
I
you're
don't
not
really
going to
care
enjoy.
what happens in the winter.
There you go.
It doesn't really affect me. Except for last year when we got that really cold weather in February and
I
lost the
know.
peaches.
I
That
know.
wasn't good.
No.
But
We have peaches this
yeah,
year.
the peaches are great.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they come along nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, you've been here 104 years.
101.
101 years. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You've been here 101 years,
Yeah.
and the stand has been in this location for ever. It seems like.
I got a picture somewhere of the stand and like my grandparents and a couple of Model A's out
Yeah.
front.
Fun.
I think it's dated 1931.
Wow.
And I don't think that was the year it was built.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
it's been there a while.
Right.
Yeah. 75 years at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Amazing.
hopefully
Totally
another
amazing.
75. You know,
Yeah.
it's people appreciate. Back in the old days, it was like the only way you were going to eat corn was to come to a place like this and get
Right,
corn,
'cause you
and
didn't grow it
only
at
get
home.
when you get it. Yeah,
Right.
everything was seasonal back then. It was
Right.
not it was just how
Right.
it was.
Well, people canned. They would buy it
They
and
would
then
can
can it.
stock
Yeah,
up for the winter,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then in the 60s and 70s when international trade kicked in and you could get stuff pretty much all year round,
Right.
people got used to being able to get corn or
Yeah,
tomatoes for
right.
whatever the quality was.
Ugh.
Um,
Pretty bad.
but now lately, it's like people are once again appreciating. I'm not saying that they don't buy corn or apples in February, but there's a little bit more interest in
Right.
seasonality.
Well,
you
I think
know.
people think about that carbon footprint of getting
Yeah.
that particular product to whatever the store is.
Yeah.
I always laugh about Whole Foods, which has all these wonderful, and it's so wonderful, and it's organic, and it's all these wonderful things, and the carbon footprint
Yeah.
bringing something
Flying something
from Chile
Yeah, how can
is
that
big.
Be, how can that be? I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
Do it. I mean, it's great if you want to have grapes in February,
Right.
Or strawberries or whatever.
I think you're right.
It's but yeah, just the seasonality of it.
Yeah.
Is people
Yeah.
at least they appreciate it.
Right.
I don't expect anybody to only live that way. but
Right.
They appreciate when the strawberries come in, or the real corn comes in, or the apples and peaches.
So I've seen your dad in here. He's still working.
Yep, he is. Yep. He's
Not
still
maybe
gets out
quite
and
as
about.
hard.
Not quite as hard, no.
No,
But, he's
no.
93 in a few
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, he
Well, we
deserves
have a
break,
Supreme
I
Court
guess.
judge that wants to retire at 80. Maybe he should
Huh.
write him a letter and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
man,
I thought they lasted forever. I think that
I know.
doesn't
I
look
guess
very rigorous. but-
no, I don't think so. Well, maybe that's why he's doing as well as he is
Yeah.
because he's rigorous.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
exactly. Yeah.
You know,
There's nothing
he's
wrong with
always
hard work.
right.
Yeah.
Right. That's great. And do you have a sister, right?
Yep. My sister Jean works with us too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she always did. Growing up, she worked
Yeah.
here outside or in the stand,
Yeah.
and then when she had kids, she
Stop for a
needed
while.
little more time.
Yeah.
So she worked at Marshland
Yeah.
until they were up and out.
Yeah.
And she got, had her fill of restaurant work. And,
Yeah.
and
Came back. Yeah.
And, so that's So it's a lot of family.
Yeah. That's great.
A lot of not family now too. So
Right.
We got a pretty big crew this year. And
Right. Well, Donna in here has been here forever.
Donna's been here for I don't even know how long.
It's
20
forever.
years, a long time.
And I can't
Yeah.
used to come in here and tell her, when I retire and you retire, I'm going to take your job.
Right.
And she used to laugh and say, I'm never
See,
retiring.
Yeah, well, it's here on tape. So.
There we go. There we
You don't
go.
have to wait for her to retire.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
come in.
There we go.
She'll
There we
teach you the
go.
ropes.
Yeah.
She's in there training a new girl right
Is
now.
that
so,
right?
yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
So, 104 years. You have us 101.
101
Why do I keep saying 104? I don't know where I'm coming up with 4. 101 years. 101 years. And you have a CSA.
Yeah.
And you're going to have it next year.
Yeah.
Might change up a little. You don't know yet.
It'll probably be the same.
Just about the same.
Yeah, we might
Okay.
tweak a few things here and
Yeah,
there. We
yeah.
might start it a little bit later.
Okay.
Just because in the first few weeks there isn't a lot.
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we have all the greenhouse crops, so we were able to give them a bunch of herbs.
Yeah, which is
Gonna come in
fabulous.
handy in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
For a lot of the
Right.
recipes that we have for them, call for or benefit from fresh herbs.
Right.
And so
right.
we'll have them all.
Oh, that's great.
So it'll be so we'll tweak it a little bit. Probably push it back a couple of weeks because we have so much in the fall, September and early October. I mean, we have everything we grow then.
Yeah.
Whereas in June and early
Right.
July,
You're not like a
spotty.
grocery store where it comes in on Wednesday night and you
Right,
put it out
yeah,
every week.
yeah,
It's the same stuff. You
but-
get
but
different things
September, I mean,
too.
it's like we still have corn,
Oh, that's
tomatoes, all the
great.
summer crops, as well as a really nice selection of apples.
Yeah.
We still have peaches, and the fall crops, the broccoli, the
Yeah.
cauliflower, kale.
Good stuff.
So September is really for us, it's probably certainly the most varied month.
Wow.
And it's still summer busy, really.
Mm.
September is way busier than July.
Yeah.
Because we'll start kicking in this week. We'll pick squash
Yeah.
and a bunch of stuff. Peaches
Nice.
maybe next week. Apples maybe next week.
Wow.
Apples definitely. Peaches maybe.
Yeah. I love your peaches.
We have a relatively new peach orchard, and the varieties. Before this one, the old one, I knew exactly we would have peaches already, but we couldn't get that early variety.
Right.
So we had to wait
Sure.
and get the next earliest
Sure.
one. So
Sure.
they were a little bit later,
Excellent.
which
Excellent.
is unfortunate.
Well, you have the beautiful flowers. You have the farm. How many acres?
The farm is 50 acres.
Wow.
We use about 35 of it. There's some woodland and stuff
Yeah.
scattered around.
Nice. Nice.
So yeah, we got the greenhouses in the spring, all the produce
Right.
throughout the summer and fall, the apples in the fall, and then for Christmas we decorate wreaths.
Oh, I know
with
you do.
Christmas
It's where I
trees
buy my wreath.
And we decorated
Yeah.
quite a few wreaths. And
Oh,
they
that's
have all
great.
the decorations that go with it.
Yeah,
Not,
nice.
Not like lights and stuff. But
And you
just
do live Christmas trees.
or
cut Christmas.
We do cut Christmas
Right.
trees now.
Well, to me they're alive.
Yeah, because they were just cut last week.
Right.
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah.
fresh. We
That's
did
great.
try. One year I did put in a bunch of Christmas trees, thinking that growing Christmas trees was easy, and
It's not.
it's not. It's really hard.
Isn't it funny how being a farmer is a live and learn
Even I should
situation?
have known better.
Yeah, right.
But you think about, okay, well, it's a
That's
fir
great.
tree. They grow
Yeah.
in the woods, right?
Right.
But
Right.
Christmas trees don't.
Don't.
Fir trees do.
Yeah.
Christmas trees don't.
Are totally
We
different.
get a guy down in Connecticut that
Oh, that's great.
does a really good job, and
Oh,
they cut
excellent.
like
Cut and
the
shipped.
week before
Yeah.
I picked them up.
Yeah. Nice.
The ones coming out of Canada might have been cut a month ago.
Yeah.
His is still, they're
Oh, that's
really
great.
fresh. So,
That's great.
so
good.
it's nice to have
Good.
something like that you can, that you're buying in. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
That you can be proud of.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, your quality is wonderful. I want to thank you for taking time with me today.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
And all those beautiful flowers out front, they just suck people in here. And when you hang that corn sign,
Yeah.
there'll be a line.
It's amazing how people are
Strawberries
looking
and
for it.
corn
Yeah, the
sign.
strawberries and corn, and the McCowans.
Yeah, I
The
know.
McCowan
Oh,
apples,
you
it's kind of the same
cannot.
way.
They're the
Yeah.
best thing.
Yeah, the
They're
peaches,
just.
but those three things.
Oh man! Oh
strawberries,
man!
corn, and McCowans
Yeah.
are big draws. for
Well,
sure.
from one former daughter of a farmer to you, you're doing a great job, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Paul Kroll, a farmer, a good man, a father, a grandfather, and he is the third generation farmer on this property. What a wonderful resource we have here. We should all take great advantage of it. I want to thank Crow Farm for allowing me here today because this has been fun. In any case, catch me next time on another Cape Conversation.